The Slayer is driven over the edge.
Glory has dawned.
I think he's pushed her too far into some sort of catatonic.
Now she's helpless.
You have to come out.
Caught between reality and insanity.
I killed Dawn. I killed my sister.
An all-new Buffy.
Hey now, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of Slade, the Buffyverse Revisited. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Jeremy.
I'm your other host, James.
And this week, James, are you ready for this? We are going to be nipple tweaking into our penultimate episode, Season 5, Episode 21, The Weight of the World.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I know. Boom. My head just...
The
boom.
penultimate episode already?
Already.
Are you telling me, Jeremy,
Yes, sir.
that we managed to make it through a full 22 episode season without taking any extended breaks or hiatus?
We took a hiatus. Yeah, we took no breaks or hiatuses.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
We finally become professional podcasters, James.
We are professionals. And
Yeah.
anytime anyone wants to start, sponsoring us or, backing the program, perhaps hiring us together or separately to host other podcasts.
Wow, James is trying to break off. I see. Okay. I see. All right. You give a motherfucker his start, and what does he do? Right in the fucking back. Bastard.
You don't need this. You're pretty.
That's true. That's true. My good looks and charm get me so far in life that what do I need to do anything for, quite frankly?
Exactly.
So, hey, how you been? What's going on? What's new? And how are your nipples?
I'm good. Nothing's new. Everything's fine. Everything's good. And my nipples are fine. Do you want to see?
No one does. No one does.
Again, that's not what all the emails say.
Yeah, well, we don't count Fantasyland emails here, James. Me? Yeah, I'm fine.
How about? I was getting ready to ask. Don't worry. Calm down.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm dying, just FYI.
Oh, of anything in particular, or just a little bit each day?
Just mortality, yeah.
just the standard death.
Right, standard slow death that I've the slide of death I've been on for nearly 47 years.
Right, the slide of death that begins at birth.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Other than that, nothing's new.
And really, that's not new either.
Isn't it, though?
No, we just said it's been happening since the day you were born.
That's true. But I chose to ignore it for most of these 46 years.
Most people do. Most people don't get to live until they're ready to be dying.
Yeah. But you know what I always say, and I invented this saying, get busy living or get busy dying.
I don't think you invented that.
No?
No, I don't think
Okay.
that was you. I don't think that was you.
Okay. Well, listen, hey.
That's like the people that contribute the people that tribute the quote, "It's better to burn out than to fade away" to Kurt Cobain.
What?
Yeah.
I've never even heard that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Anyway, why don't you burn us out some dates and deets for this week's episode, James?
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody being here.
How are we going into this episode again? I don't remember already.
Nipple tweaking.
Yes. As previously stated, we will be nipple tweaking into the 21st episode of the 5th season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the 99th episode of the series overall, The Weight of the World. Our credited writer this week is Douglas Petrie, and our director is David Sullivan. Our original air date was May 15th, 2001 on the now defunct WB network. Our Nielsen rating for this week's episode, 3.2, ranking it 84th out of the 125 shows airing on primetime television across all the networks. And number 5, dropping to number 5 out of the 17 primetime shows airing on the WB for that week. That's kind of fucking sad.
Little bit, yeah, little bit.
Yeah. Our regular cast, as always, includes Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy, Nicholas Brendan as Xander, Allison Hannigan as Willow, Emma Caulfield as Anya, Michelle Trachtenberg as Dawn, James Marsters as Spike, and Anthony Stewart Head as Giles. Our guest stars this week. What?
Giles.
Yeah. Our guest stars this week include Joel Grey as Doc, Claire Kramer as Glory, Charlie Weber as Ben, Dean Butler as Hank Summers, that son of a motherfucker.
That motherless piece of fucking dog turd is getting his just due today.
He's got the nerve to show up.
He thinks. Just go ahead.
Lily Knight as Gronks, Amber Benson as Tara, Christine Sutherland as Joyce, Todd Duffy as Merc, Alexandra Lee as young Buffy, and Matthew Lang as the High Priest Minion. My episode synopsis this week reads, Buffy falls into a profound stupor after Glory kidnaps Dawn. Willow goes into the mind of the Slayer to bring her back and save the world.
Save the world. Mine reads, when Buffy lapses into a catatonic state, Willow uses magic to find out why. Meanwhile, a tug-of-war erupts between Glory and Ben over Dawn's ultimate fate. And by the way, Hank Summers, if you think I'll let it go, you're mad. You got another thing coming.
Yeah. Okay. So where are we? Hold on. Sorry.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
Unprofessional as fuck.
So unprofessional. So unfucking professional. So we open and Glory's minions are all gathering a bunch of shit and they're getting ready for the fucking ritual. Okay, which we'll sum it up.
Which I had a question about this. Why does she need all of her earthly stuff and she's about to go back to her hell dimension where she probably looks like some kind of like Malbolgia from like the Spawn comics or something? So like, I don't get it.
That's a good question. But she's talking to all of her minions and Dawn. And we pan to Dawn, who we see is kind of forced to sit there and listen as she is tied up and she has a ball gag in her mouth, which is a weird choice. Super
weird considering she's only 14.
Yeah.
And then Glory just starts punching her in the face.
Right.
I almost call her Dory.
So then we cut back to the gas station and Buffy she's gone catatonic and they're trying to like get her out of it and
they did somehow manage to get her back inside the gas station, like into a chair instead of just sitting out in the dirt outside I'm like, how'd they do that? But
They picked her ass up.
I'm sure Xander was like, nope, got it, no problem.
So at one point, Spike is like violently trying to shake Buffy to snap out of it, and that leads to him and Xander having an argument, and we see Willow, and she's like right in Buffy's face, just like Buffy, and that's
like your ass up, you dumb bitch, and then she punches.
Right, exactly, and that's our cold open. Wolf Howl credits.
Well, you kind of skipped that. Willow forces the two of them apart with magic.
That doesn't happen until after the cold open.
No, that's during their argument.
Okay.
But thanks for playing.
Sure.
So now Buffy and Giles are out of commission. Because as we know, Giles is nursing a spear wound. I can't say that without feeling ridiculous. Let's see, did it? So Willow basically, I like this Willow. We've seen little itty bitty hints of it before, but this is like in charge Willow, and she basically takes command, and she's laying out the plan, and she's like, we're going back to fucking Sunnydale. Xander, you take Giles to the hospital. Anya, you look after Tara. And I'm like, she gives Anya the drooling moron job. And she's like, Spike will track down Glory, figure out where she's at, while I go inside of Buffy. And Spike and Xander are both like, what? Can we watch? And like, no. Private. It's between us. So, oh, I love this. Spike's like, so what do I do if I run into Ben? And they're all like, I don't know, should be fine. Say hello for us. And long story short, they're all hit by the whammy of the spell that prevents people from remembering Ben turning into Glory and vice versa. But he, being a vampire, is not, hit by that. So he figures that out, and he's just like, because they're all like, wait, are you saying Ben? There's some kind of connection between Ben and Glory,
right?
And he's like, fuck me.
And again, this is just like the Dagon Sphere, just like the Knights of Byzantium. This is something that is not addressed until the penultimate episode. Like, we don't even find out that the reason nobody knows or remembers that Ben and Glory are the same person is because of some kind of magic until this episode, this very scene.
Yep. I know. Then we cut to Glory, who is singing to Dawn. She's singing Smells Like Teen Spirit to Dawn. And Dawn's like, oh, that is so played out. And so Glory punches her head off and says, I won't be surrounded by this kind of negativity while I'm trying to perform my ritual. No, at first she's being real nice to Dawn and trying to be comforting and, yada, yada. And then she kind of, she's cuckoo, man. And she realizes that she's feeling guilty, which she shouldn't be feeling guilty because she's a god. And then so she's arguing with herself, and then she falcon punches herself right in the vagina. And it's like, oh, but she is pissed. But yeah, she's going, well, we all know she's cuckoo, but it's almost like it seems like maybe she's needing to eat a brain because she's kind of wavering on the cuckoo path. And
Right.
Dawn's just kind of sitting there like, oh fuck, man, could somebody get me out of here? And the scab guys are like, we have to deal with this every day. So we cut to Willow, who is preparing herself to do the spell to enter Buffy. They're in Buffy's house, right? That's Buffy's house that they're in. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not Buffy's room. I think that's Mom's room.
Or is that, wait, maybe they're in Xander's.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
they're definitely in Xander's. They are in Xander's.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So she does this thing and everything, and Buffy, they've got Buffy sitting in a chair, and she sits down on the bed across from Buffy and just stares at her for a second, and then all of a sudden, poof, she's inside of her brain. And they have brain sex.
What?
Don't you recall that scene?
How does that even work? Like, what is?
Well, see, when a mommy slayer and a daddy slayer really love each other,
Yes.
they have brain sex.
Go on. Okay.
So yeah, she's now in Buffy's brain, and she's with, like, I'm gonna say, what is that? Like a 5-year-old Buffy?
Yeah, probably 4 or 5. Well, we can easily do the math. Dawn's 14, Buffy's 20.
So she's 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's there with a little 6-year-old Buffy, who is sitting at a little table doing like a little tea set thing, and got a little doll, and she's like, "Hi, Willow," and Willow's like, "Whoa, this is fucking creepy." And they have a little conversation, and the door opens up, and there's Mom and Hank home from the hospital carrying baby Dawn. And the first thing I thought is, are you fucking telling me you guys left Buffy home alone at 6 years old while you went to the hospital and had another baby? That's the only thing I could think of. I was like, that's Hank. And so this was
But you know that piece of shit Hank Summers was the one that was like, "It's fine, Joyce. She's 6 years old. We can leave her by herself."
Yeah, don't be so fucking uptight. I don't want to pay for a babysitter for 2 days. Christ.
Right.
She'll be fine. What could she possibly do? Set herself on fire? I mean, come on.
Right.
And Joyce was like, "You're right, Hank. I love you." And he's like, "Yeah, get in the fucking car." And because
let's go squirt out this new obligation I don't want.
Yeah, exactly. Because he had spent those 9 months trying to talk her into abortion. He even tried to cause a few accidents, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is the Hank Summers we see in this scene that was still a human who still had a small sliver of humanity in him, and was still somewhat of a father and a man. Buffy goes up and she's like, "I don't want there to be a baby. I want to be the baby," and blah blah blah. And they're like, "Well, tough shit, you little bitch. You're getting replaced by a newer model, okay?" No, they put Dawn in her arms, and she's like, "Oh, and I can take care of her sometimes if you want me to." And they're like, "Yeah, no, you're 6. Don't be stupid." And
even though we left you home alone while we went and birthed her,
we didn't leave you with our new model, so let's not be stupid. Then we cut to the hospital where Giles is getting treated, and well, I guess really he's been treated. He's kind of getting cut loose at this point. And
yeah,
I just want to know, like, if anybody at the hospital was like, "What the fuck happened to you? Like, what even does this?" Like, how could something, like, how could this wound even happen? Anyway, so Xander's there, and he's filling Giles in on Willow's plan and telling Giles what they must go do. And Spike hooks up with them, and after having been at Glory's apartment, which was utterly fucking, well, it wasn't empty, but it was like trashed and shit was everywhere and lots of shit was missing. And he's like, okay, well, they fucked right off. So he tells him that.
And we did get to see Ben's little room inside Glory's massive apartment mansion.
He did have his own room, which looked kind of like a jail cell. I was like, he's a sad, sad person.
I thought more like sad dorm room.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. It was like a little twin-size bed and like
a desk.
I don't know. It was just sadness in there. It was just loaded with sadness, and I was like, yeek. So cut back to Dawn and Glory, and now they're dancing to the Macarena. It's so confusing. I don't know if she's going to kill her or dance her to death. No, she sorry. She reveals to Glory that she now remembers her transforming into Ben. And Glory's like, oh shit. Then that means Ben's closer to the surface than I thought. The magic veil, it's starting to come down as we grow closer to the day of the ritual. Which, by the way, speaking of the day of the ritual, even up until this final episode, they never talk about, oh, it had to be done on the third month of the third moon of the third spin of the third anus. You know, they're just like, it's this one time on this one day, but they never you know, I don't know. It just kind of seems lazy to me. So there's been you have to kind of discover this for yourself because they surely as fuck don't explain it, but along with the spell that keeps people from remembering them transforming into each other and various other things, there's apparently also been a magical shield between the two, like memories and their personality, like a clear line separating the two entities. But now that
which is why in the past, like, you know,
like when Ben found out Dawn was the key, he could keep it from Glory.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Well, that is also collapsing because now the personalities and memories are starting to intermingle, and it's a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Is this where they start going back and forth or no?
No, that's not till later in the alley.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Because I got really annoyed with it real quick.
Yeah, you weren't the only one. I was like, okay, I get it. Cool enough. That's fine. Okay.
But also because this dude, like, listen, unfortunately, not everything's going to be, you know, a home run. The guy that plays Ben, he's not a good actor.
No.
he's not. Like,
no.
It took me 21 episodes to bring it up, but he's not that good of an actor.
Well, I think because in all the previous episodes of the season, we only see him in little glimpses, and he doesn't have a lot of exposition. But in these two episodes, he's going to have a lot, and that's kind of when you realize, like, listen,
you're like, they really could have done better than Charlie Weber. He's not very good.
It's like, listen, he's a better actor than I am, but
sure,
is he, you know, it's like when you put him up there with the Scoobs and Claire Kramer, it's pretty clear that he is not very good.
Right.
Which, whatever. He got the paycheck, so fuck it.
Right.
So the Scoobies are now gradually recalling that Ben and Glory are one and the same. And Glory's like, take him out of me. I want him out of me. Talking about Ben out of her body, and the shaman scab guy, I'll call him, like, that is something I cannot do. She's like, no, and she cries. He
tells her he tells her that it's the punishment she has to pay for her crime.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait a minute. You guys are earth demons that worship her. Why would you want her to pay for a crime, any punishment? Like, what? That doesn't even...
Right.
What? Anyway, we cut back to Buffy's mind, and what's happening there, James?
Everything's on fire.
Inside of her brain?
Inside of her brain. Except kind of like off to the side. So we're in the magic box, and everyone's there, and everyone's on fire. But the table where they all have been gathering has been replaced with a kiddie pool, and it's just full of KY lube.
Okay. All right.
And Riley and Angel and Spike
the ass?
are wrestling in it.
Oh, okay. Preparing to fuck each other in the ass.
Hey, I don't know, but it was really weird. It was really weird.
Okay. All right.
But at the same time,
a little bit hot.
Kind of hot.
Yep.
So, no, we cut back to Buffy's mind, and this time we're at the magic box, and it's a brief little scene of Buffy putting a book back on the shelf for Giles in the magic box. And then we immediately cut to Buffy's memory of her little spiritual walkabout a few episodes ago. Willow sees the first Slayer telling Buffy that death is her gift, and Willow's all like, wait, what the fuck does that even mean? That doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Willow's like, is it though? Weird painted woman? Is it?
Weird paint? Right. But also there's a funny little scene where Willow's like, hey, I know you. You're the first Slayer. You tried to kill us all in our dreams that one time.
And then she's like, how are you?
Yeah, how are you? So then we cut back to Glory and all the prep for the ritual tonight, and she's yammering on and on about how she's superior to everybody and whatnot, and Dawn's all like, I know someone that can beat you, and she's like, it's Buffy. And we're all like,
wait, I'm like,
can she though?
Can she though?
Can she though?
She's had like 11 chances this season, and she gets housed every time.
Right. So then, well, let me elaborate more on that scene. So
no, I don't care.
Glory is feeling all these human emotions like for the first time. Yeah. And she's basically asking Dawn, she's like, she's telling Dawn, like, I'm better than all these emotions. I'm a god. I'm superior to everything, yada, yada. But at the same time, she's like, you know, how do humans deal with all this? Like, you can't possibly tell me that humans enjoy this and whatnot and that. And Dawn's like, some of them do, yes. And then it leads into the whole Buffy can kick your ass thing.
Listen, humans aren't pussies, hell bitch. And
so then we cut back to Buffy's mind, and we are in the Summers home with modern day Buffy. And Buffy very matter-of-factly tells Willow that, you know, she understands that death is her gift. And then she proceeds to go into Dawn's room where Dawn is crying, and she grabs a pillow and smothers Dawn.
Yeah. And Willow
pillow.
stands there the whole time and just like, no. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
She doesn't intervene at all.
She doesn't intervene at all. She's just like, what the fuck is going on here? And she's like, Buffy, stop. Buffy, no. So then we cut back to Glory and Dawn, and Dawn kind of goads Glory into transforming into Ben, and after some back and forth with Dawn and Ben grabs Dawn and they hightail it out of there. And then we cut back to Buffy's mind and we start repeating the memories. So we go through baby Dawn coming home again, yada yada. So then we cut to Spike and Xander, and they're visiting Doc to try and get some information about Glory. And
Jiminy Cricket.
And this is funny. Xander all of a sudden is like, Glory is Ben, or Ben is Glory, and what does Spike call? Spike like calls him Short Bus or something like that, doesn't
something
he?
like that, yeah. Because I forgot to mention I did in the earlier hospital scene as he and Xander are leaving, Spike and Xander, that is, and he still doesn't get it, Xander, and Spike goes, "This is going to be worth it." And he slaps fucking Xander in the back of the head, and they both go, "Ah!"
Yeah. Don't ever forget anything again, okay?
I'll try.
So Doc's like, if you're, you don't want to go up against Glorificus, and if that's who we're talking about, and like he's being real shifty and stuff. And Spike notices that he's deliberately trying to keep them from seeing this like small carved wooden box. And it's quickly revealed that he also worships Glorificus. And he proceeds to give both Spike and Xander a tongue lashing in the most literal sense of the word.
He beats their asses.
Yeah. But he's got like this super long tongue that like he uses in the fight.
Toad from Marvel.
Yeah, he's Toad from the X-Men. Once he's got the upper hand over Spike and Xander, he tosses the wooden box into the fireplace and resumes fighting them. And Spike is able to get the box out of the fire while Xander kills this dude with a sword.
And he has blue blood.
Yeah, he does. It's like the blood like splatters up in Xander's face, and Xander's like, "Oh, I love it," and he just creams right there,
all over fucking Jiminy Cricket's face.
All over Jiminy Cricket's face. So then they've got the box and they hightail it out of there. But then we cut back to Doc and his eyes pop open. When we cut back to Buffy's mom,
that's because they didn't know that he was in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
There can be only one.
There can be only one.
You remember that rule?
Oh fuck.
Damn it, Connor, that wasn't about the game, and you know it.
Yes, it was. Look at my nipple.
Do you want to tweet my nipple, Duncan?
You said nickel.
I did. It's hard doing that disambiguous Christopher Lambert accent, okay? So we cut back to Buffy's mind, and she fucking tries to kill Dawn again, but this time Willow stops her, and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? This never happened. Why? And then we cut to some distance away from Glory's hideout, and what's happening there?
There's an anal orgy going on in the alleyway.
There is.
And they're forcing Dawn to watch. And I don't like it. I don't like it, James.
No, as you shouldn't, because she's only 14.
She's only 14. No, so he's taking her to kind of try to get away, but she's smart enough to realize this motherfucker's still Glory. He could turn back into her at any moment. So she grabs a big fucking pile of chains and KOs this motherfucker, which is smart.
It is smart.
I'm glad to see Dawn using the old fucking head up here.
Using the old think box.
And she turns to leave, and Ben has turned back into Glory, who is now there, and she's all like, "Nuh-uh, bitch." And then here's the scene that got old for both of us, where they keep going back and forth between Ben and Glory, keeps transforming. The whole time Dawn's just standing there like, well, I guess I'll just be over here.
Right.
Which
is exactly how
scenery.
Which is exactly how I felt watching the scene. I was like, well, I guess I'll just be over here while you guys fuck around.
Yeah, because it keeps going back and forth between Glory and Ben, and she's trying to convince him, listen, there's no other way. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. None of this ever makes sense, James, if you really think about it. She ends up talking him into it, and he turns on Dawn and grabs Dawn to take her back to the hideout. How? Right. How did she talk him in? What did she promise him? He knows that if she opens the fucking gate, or whatever, the portal, whatever the fuck you want to call it, when she goes through, they split apart, he fucking dies, she goes back to the hell dimension. Yeah?
I mean, I don't disagree with you, but at the same time, I can't really agree with you, because this whole Ben Glory thing has never really been like, it hasn't been fleshed out.
Well, right, but I'm like, saying
we know that if Ben dies, then that means Glory dies.
And if Glory dies, Ben dies.
But presumably, yes. But so I don't know. Like, I don't disagree with you, but I also can't agree with you.
Well, I guess what I'm saying, I'm not really making a statement so much as asking a question. What did she promise him to make him be like, okay, I'll join you, glore? Because she's like, hey, don't you want to? And he's like, okay. Like,
well, she promises that he won't die and that she'll make him immortal.
But he has to know that that's horrible. Okay, well, all right, whatever.
I mean,
fine.
I mean, I'm sorry, like, you're asking the question, but that's what she promises him, and I don't like.
It's really dumb.
and I would love to sit here and be like, yeah, that's really fucking dumb. And on one hand, it is, because Ben like never questions it. Like, he's just like, oh, okay. But like, she could be fucking lying, and she probably fucking is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but at the same time, like I said, this whole like Ben Glory thing hasn't been fleshed out enough to the point where like we know absolutely that Glory wouldn't be able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but I mean, from all the lore we've gathered so far, there's nothing to lead us to believe that once she opens up that fucking whatever, I don't even want to argue about it because it's so. Well, we're not arguing about it, you know what I mean? It's like,
right.
I don't even want to drag it out because who the fuck, they've given us so little of the lore and the backstory in this season. It's like, well, who the fuck knows, you know? Maybe he'll be an anal polyp on her when she gets back to,
Right.
and you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
So apparently, out of self-preservation, he's like, "Okay, I'll join you, Dawn or Glory," and he grabs Dawn by the arm and drags her back to the hideout. So we cut back to Buffy's brain, and Willow's asking, like, "What is the significance of this particular stupid fucking scene you keep showing me, where you're just putting a book on a shelf?" And Buffy's like, "There's no significance. I'm just stupid, and this is all I can think of." And Willow's like, "Okay, that makes sense." No.
She's like, you are blonde.
Yeah, she's like, that does track. No, Buffy explains that it was that exact moment when, like, she gave up hope of defeating Glory, that she realized that they weren't going to be able to beat her. And she tells Willow that she gave up in her heart, and she thinks that's the reason Glory has Dawn, and Dawn's going to die because she had just given up. And Willow's basically like, "It ain't over till it's over, sister." And Buffy's like, "Yeah!" And, you know. It's
Pretty
basically,
much.
I mean, that's basically what happens. And
yeah, here, and it's funny because, like, Buffy has, like, this really heartfelt, like,
diatribe.
Right, to Willow about how, like, this is the exact, like you said, this is the exact moment when I knew I could never beat Glory, and she's like, it's the moment I killed my sister because I knew I couldn't beat Glory, and this and that. And then Willow's like, fucking snap out of it.
And that's all it takes.
Yeah, she's like, your sister's not fucking dead yet, and if you don't get out of your own fucking head with me and back to the real world, she might be, but as of right now, we can still try and stop this shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, it works.
And Buffy's like, "Okay." And they both come to in the real world, and fucking Willow's like, "Really? I had to go through all that just to tell you to quit being a whiny bitch and get your ass out here?" And she's like, "That's Buffy." So they have a little cry hug, of course, and Willow does slap her several times, just out of frustration.
Right.
You know?
And Buffy's like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We had to waste so much time with this." And Willow's like, "You should be. And you should hurt yourself.
Hurt yourself.
Hurt yourself."
The same rock that everyone has used thus far. So they head back to the magic shop together, and everybody's like, "Yay, Buffy's back!" And Xander tells her that Ben and Glory are one and the same, and Buffy's like, "Yep, got that." And she's like, they review the info that Spike got from Doc, which in that wooden box was really just Glorificus's dragon-shaped dildo.
It was.
They're not sure what that is supposed to mean or show them, but
right.
They actually flip it over onto the base, and there is written everything they need to know. Which Giles reveals is a bloodletting ceremony to open the portal. So basically, she has to make Dawn bleed. And once Dawn bleeds, the portal will open to all hell dimensions at once. And there's only one way to stop it. And he's like, "We got to kill Dawn." And Buffy's like, "Fuck yeah, we do." And boom, arc credits.
Yeah. Well, he says that once it begins, the only way to stop it will be to kill Dawn.
So, right. Which Can we talk about that really quick? Because that
Sure.
doesn't make sense to me. Because they stop it. Oh, fuck. How do I say this without doing spoilers? Well, clearly they stop it, okay? Or otherwise there wouldn't be any more episodes of the show. And they stop it just fine without killing Dawn. Once it started.
Yes, but so it's hard to explain it without giving away spoilers for the next episode.
Okay, well then we'll just talk about it then.
Okay.
So we don't have to give anything away.
Yeah, okay. Jeremy, would you like
Yes,
to play
sir.
everyone's favorite
Nope.
game?
Nope.
Body
Don't
count?
wanna play. Hate it. Don't want to play it.
Too bad.
No, well, fuck, they didn't kill Jiminy Cricket. Fuck, I don't... Zero?
Good job. Fine work.
Ooh.
Our music this week, previously, Willow takes control. Willow helps Buffy, Spike at Glory's, and Buffy holds Baby Dawn, all composed by series composer Thomas Wanker, as well as our original score, of course. Jeremy,
Yeah.
would you like to tell me and our audience, on our sliding scale of 1 to 5, how many creepy lizard tongues do you give this episode?
I hate having to go first all the time. I didn't write anything down. I've done that a lot this season because I'm like, we need to do the episode on the podcast for me to really nail down my opinion. And then sometimes I'm still like, fuck, I don't know. As a penultimate episode for a season, it's lackluster. It's very lackluster. I'm gonna go 2.5. I'm gonna go 2.5. It's not as good as a 3. Better than a 2. It's better than bad, but it's not good. I don't know, man. I don't even know if it's necessarily the episode itself that bugs me. It might be more the fact that it's the penultimate episode. We're just now finding out some pretty key information, and there's still a lot of information that we don't find out, and we're never going to find out. So maybe it's a bit of annoyance, that too, but also the episode it's not bad. It's just meh to me. It's just like meh.
It's just there.
Yeah, it's just there. I don't have any actual real complaints about the episode itself, other than it's just kind of like, that certainly was an episode.
Right.
It's the mind thing, the repeating mind shit but that was boring. It just was, because it didn't have like an epic or like a cool wrap up to it, just like she was just like, quit being a whiny bitch, and Bobby's like, okay, and they go out, and it's like, well, what the fuck. And then of course the Ben and Glory fucking circle jerk in the alleyway, that got really old really fast. And the fact that I'm always going to believe that, like, all this time he's worked against her for 25 years of his life, and then she's like, I'll let you live, and he's like, okay, I'll join you, gosh dog it. And I'm like, this is stupid. It's weak, it's dumb, it's not that well written. It's just one of those meh episodes. So I'm not going to rag on it too much longer, but it's not. Luckily, next week's episode, the final episode of season 5, is much better in my opinion.
Is it?
I think so.
Are you sure? Because based on past experience, you haven't written anything down yet.
No, it's a significantly better episode than this one, let me tell you. So yeah, That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. James,
Yes, sir.
on our sliding scale of 1 to 5, tell us, what you think of this episode. Give us your final thoughts, and tell us how many Jiminy Crickets that can't be killed do you give this episode?
I'm only giving it a point better than you did. It's a 3.
Okay.
It's
half a point better than
half a point better. It's a 3. Man, I hate to say this, especially for a penultimate episode. It felt like a fucking filler episode again, dude.
It did, except for the little bits of important information we got.
Right.
Otherwise, it was just a filler episode.
And that literally could have been the information we got could have literally been exposition dumped in the next episode.
Or any of the 20 episodes prior.
Right. Like, what exactly did they find in that fucking box? Like Glory's fucking autobiography? Like
exactly.
What?
Where Jiminy Cricket had wrote down, here's her entire evil plan.
Right. Like, so I don't know. Like, and how did he have it? Like, what is his, other than being another demon that worships Glory? Like, why was he entrusted with this valuable information? Like, what?
Yeah.
Ah, my God. It's so frustrating.
I hate loose ends.
It gives me a reverse hard on.
You have an innie right now, huh?
I have an innie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's extremely frustrating, and yeah, it's a 3. It's a 3. So, and again, like for all the reasons you stated and then some, like I could handle about a minute of the Glory Ben back and forth scene. Yeah. And then I was like, but why are we still doing this? Yeah. And unfortunately, like I said before, that scene really showed what not a great actor Charlie Weber is.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason it felt like it. He was so over at like he would turn back into Ben after saying something as Glory, and he would just be like, "No, we can't do that. She's an innocent child." Like, what are you, dude? Like, it was just awful. And
it kind of was.
And yeah, nothing of importance that we learned in this episode couldn't have been saved for the next. The whole beginning of the next episode is them sitting around the table. It picks up right after this, where Giles literally could have exposition dumped exactly what he did in the final scene of this episode, and everything would be the same.
Yep. But instead, just doodling pictures of dicks on the tablecloths.
Right. It's like, man, as we're heading into the final episode, I just kind of feel like this season was a waste of my time.
Wow. Wow. Well, you feel the way I feel about season 4. That's how much I hate season 4. Like, anyway, let's not go backwards.
So yeah, that's what I have to say about it. It's a 4 or a 3.
It's a 4, a 3, a 5, a 6, a 2.
It's the best episode ever.
It's the greatest episode in the world. Yeah, so at least that's over. You've gone through all the ending stuff and yada yada yada. Hey, James.
What's up?
Dude, tell us. I know you're on the internet a lot. Tell us about BuffyRevisited.com.
It sucks.
Kind of does, honestly.
It's like real basic. Like, I don't know.
It's a basic bitch website.
I kind of thought the guy that we had do it was better than that, but turns out that he's not.
I talked to him and he was like, "I don't care about this, so I'm just going to link it to the Spotify deal." where there's everything they need to know. Other than that, fuck them. Listen, okay, that's cool.
No, it's basically our landing page. You're going to find links to all our shit. You're going to find our email address, buffyrevisited@gmail.com. You're going to find a link to our Facebook. Hop over there. You're going to find at least one post a week about the episode that we're revisiting that week. Hop into the comments there. Leave us some comments, your thoughts, your opinions, your whatever, anything, really. We don't care. And then
leave us your thoughts and prayers.
Right. And then hop on.
Hop, hip, hop, to the hip, hop, the hip, to the hip, hip, hop, you don't bother, stop to the
and there's also a link to our YouTube. Hop over to the YouTube, and there's going to be the video version of the podcast. And in fact, you will probably be able to see the video version of this very podcast that you're listening to.
Yeah, probably.
That's how video works.
Yeah.
And again, you can hop into the comments there. Leave us comments about pretty much anything you want. Buffy related, not Buffy related. Doesn't matter.
We have failed to tell people that we actually record this show on Betamax.
We do.
So there's a lot that goes into James, getting this to the point that you can see it on YouTube. Because that's so many conversions. It's unreal.
Right. I've got so many adapter cables in my house.
Crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
If you saw his setup, you would probably you'd probably get cancer from it because it's probably putting off so much fucking like radiation. It's unreal. So
Right.
Wow. Didn't mean to do that. Anyway, wow, this was a very short episode, James. We are not even a full 60 minutes in, and we are done.
Good.
Should we sing a little song to take us out?
Nah.
Okay. Anything else to say?
Like, listen, here's the thing. Like, it wasn't a bad episode. It's just there. It's just meh. And
it was a good penultimate episode. That's
right. And the one positive thing I can say about it is that it was a very quick episode.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes the Met episodes drag,
It clocked in at only 14 minutes long. That's all it was. Even the writers were like, this sucks. Let's just push it out.
But seriously, like, even like sometimes the Met episodes are the ones that are like, oh my God, is this over yet?
Yeah.
But this one, I remember, like, I watched it and it was over, and I was like, holy shit, it's over already. Yeah. So it is what it is. Goodbye, everyone.
Yep, it is what it is. Goodbye, everyone. We're gonna hurt ourselves now. And
here's a rock.
Here's a rock. No, thanks for joining us. We know it's a short one, but hey, the May episodes just don't bring much out of us. So, join us next week, everybody, for season 5, episode 22, the final episode of season 5, The Gift. And until then, I've been one of your hosts. I'm Jeremy.
I'm your other host, James.
Ta-ta.